Hey people, Duncan here. First and foremost, I'm a historian nut. I support two flags. First and foremost, my beloved Stars and Stripes. Nothing more tops that. This is my number one flag, number one in the world. It's my Stars and Stripes. I love my flag, but we cannot forget our history. We cannot forget where we come from. We have brothers and sisters from the South. We cannot forget the Southern heritage that exists, and not just the history of slavery. We must remember the good heritage, the Southern hospitality. We must remember the good people of the South. Oregon is a state that was built from Southern roots. Oregon started from Missouri. The Oregon Trail ended here on the West Coast. Without our Southern roots, there is no Oregon to represent. See, we want to remove slavery. We want to think everything that ever had to do with slavery should be removed. But that's a cop-out. All that is failing to remember history, hiding it, so that others can continue to repeat it. Let me tell you a little bit about Southern history that you don't learn. You see, it wasn't about slavery. It was about property. And yes, slaves fell into this category, but that wasn't the point. The point was property, the idea that there was a big establishment that can step into your home, your land, and take it from you, your property. These people believed that by coming and signing up to become American citizens, that they had the right to property. So when the United States came in and adopted slavery as property, these Southern folk believed it was their right, and they believed the government was out to take it from them, their property. But let's not forget that there have been many, many times that this flag represents something else. It represents an idea that when the American people have had enough against a corrupt, established government, that despite all the odds, there are still people ready to rebel. There are still people ready to stand for their rights. As we look today and we see our rights being stripped from us here in Oregon, as we see our gun rights being stripped from us, as we see abortion being imposed upon us in our tax dollars, as we see our $700 million tax increase, I'm asking you, how far does it go? How far will you allow it to go before you stand up and rebel? Because that's what they did. That's the history of the South. Few stood up against many, against all odds. You see, they are American. They always were. They're our brothers. They're our sisters, our aunts, our uncles. They fought for what they believed in bravely, just as the North did. People want to go tear down these statues. 200 years these statues have almost stood. They've lived through the civil rights debates, segregation, desegregation, the KKK era. They've lived all the way up until President Trump was elected. So you tell me, if these monuments were so offensive, why were they not taking them down during the Obama administration? See, I'll tell you why. Because it's not about the flag. It's not about those monuments. It's not about slavery at all. It's about getting their foot in the door. It's about heading to the forefathers that created our Constitution, our Bill of Rights. It's about getting into the foundation of our laws. See, every time they take down a monument, they've come one step closer to delegitimizing our forefathers and our foundation. This is what they want. Do you think there's any irony or coincidence that they're filling our streets filled with illegal plus Islamic refugees, all of which time they're tearing down monuments, they're tearing and hiding history, they're taking our rights, imposing laws that strip us of our tax dollars? See, this is not a coincidence. We are under attack. And the American people have to wake up. You see, I represent an America that's united. I represent an America that has not given up on our rights, that is still willing to stand. I am running as Oregon's next governor in 2018. And by doing so, I plan on flipping and redeeming one of the most liberal, corrupt states in the country. I respect our history, our heritage. I respect everybody and our legal citizens of this country. I respect anybody that's willing to respect our laws. But if they're looking to tear them down, we must remove them from any kind of public office. So I'm asking for your endorsement, your support, your vote. As a history major, someone who loves heritage, who loves their country, I'm asking for your vote. Vote Duncan as Oregon's next governor, 2018. Together, we can redeem Oregon. We can flip this state. Thank you for your time. Have a great day, Duncan.